All right, this is where the street, parallel the street right here on Norwood. Norwood is also the name of the Green Bay and Western yard down the road here. So we'll drive down Norwood, where the tracks used to be, right like in that area where the stop sign is. The trains used to come out of Kewanee off the boats, and then they would bring them over, and they would come across the river over there, and then they come down here and link up with the Green Bay and Western. Dallas Road. The tracks. This way. This tracks used to run through right in here. Alright, here's the old Green Bay and Western. This is the west end of the old yard. Look here. Yeah, it does. You're right. All right, this. There's the yard. That's the old yard offices there. I think it might be a private residency now. The shop, not the shops, I guess they had small shops and roundhouses off to the right there, back over there. Alright, we are where the Milwaukee Road crossed the Green Bay and Western on the kind of west side of Green Bay here. This is looking southeast towards the Milwaukee Roads, where their yard used to be. I think it might have been called the Ashland Yard or Washington. No, Washington I think is on the east side. Anyways, came in from the southeast here and crossed right around here. It was an automatic interlocker from way back. I do remember the signals around here. Of course, I never saw really a train come through here. And this is looking west on the Green Bay and Western, which is still there. This is the Howard industrial lead. There's some storage tracks right there. My aunt and uncle used to live down there a little ways, and the trains used to switch the storage tracks pretty regularly. Some circuits there. I don't know if they're from a crossing or from probably a crossing, that crossing down the other way there. So the diamonds were right in here. It was automatic interlock protected, and this is looking east towards the Fox River and their yards. Alright, this is where the Green Bay and Western used to come into town here, and their freight depot was right kind of in the, where those pile of rocks are, that big area right there, kind of in this area right here. But that's where the Green Bay and Western depot used to be. Mason Street used to be a lower profile, it wasn't the high bridge like it is now. But this is where the Green Bay and Western tracks used to come in. There used to be a crossing down there at one time. Now it's just switches on to where the Green Bay and Western starts. Now the Howard Industrial League. Right over there is the Green Bay and Western tracks. This is the Northwestern, or now the CN tracks coming north. And right in here is where the depot was for the Green Bay and Western, right in this area right here. No remnants of it left. Going that way is for Green Bay and Western. Here is the north leg of their Y.